Hello everyone, this is Hodora and today we also back with Chaos Zero Nightmare. After I copying some homework from like the ranking and test things out, I believe I have enough understanding to at least give you guys a basic information or basic guide for you guys to tackle this great rift with Colossus at your own leisure, right? If you just want to get 500,000 points per week, do that. This gonna help you understand the boss, understand the mechanic, and also some actual gameplay for me with my current team. Like as you can see down here, we have Selena, Selenio, Nia for the first half, and the second half we have Nai, Aurea, Tipela. This might look really common, basically mostly because I copied the guy. I copied homework from the top ranker, that's why this look quite generic, but this is the best team for now. Alright, before we go into the actual gameplay, let's talk about Colossus a little bit as a boss, right? Colossus, as you know, we have two hands need to beat, and after you beat it, it's gonna show the head that you can target. But that is over simplify is a little bit because Vanguard and Rearguard, right? Phase 1 and Phase 2, there is some difference for this. And there is some different mechanic for the hand too. Let's first start with the head condition. When the head condition in Phase 1 is will close after the turn end. So what you want to do is you want to make the hand as weak as possible and skip that turn and go to the next turn that you are fully prepared to tackle the head. The head will not go into hiding no matter how many hits it takes. It's only going to hiding after you end the turn. So plan that ahead and get around, manage the HP on both hands. One recommendation I have for this is that you want to kill the hand on the right, our right first, this stickly hand. Because this hand will put junk card in your deck, right? Contamination card in your deck. Depend on how many times you hit the healthy hand, the hand on the left. But on the flip side, if you hit this, the sickly hand too much, what this healthy hand will do, the hand on the left will do, when it's not attacking of course, is gonna put a debuff on you, opening debuff on you. The stack equal to the number of times you hit the other hand, and discard one of the card in your hand. That's all. And when you hit this hand many times, it will trigger an attack or a debuff from the main body. This trigger only trigger once per turn, and you can see here only once per turn. So you can just ignore it and heal yourself back up. Just prepare your deck or your rotation for when the head open. Of course, if you want to deal with this, get the highest score possible, you want to beat this within 5 turns. To carry the 5 turns that are left to the second half, like the Phase 2. But otherwise, if you just want to get to 500,000 points for weekly reward, if you manage to beat the Phase 1 boss, it will already give you 440,000. So it doesn't matter if you took 10 turns to just kill Phase 1. Because in Phase 2 you only need to do what, 60,000? You have 5 turns to do 50,000. That should be really easy to do. So yeah, if you only aim for like 500k for the reward weekly, don't care too much. You just try to use your best team on the Vanguard on the first phase. And on the second phase, just use whatever you have left to try to get that 60,000. But anyway, the mechanic for Phase 2, right? It's mostly the same. When the hand is dead, it's gonna open the head. But this time around, the head will close whenever it take a hit. You can skip a turn. For example, if you manage to end all your combo, you just kill the hand and the head is all open. You can end that turn. Turn end will not close the head. At the next turn, you can prepare your card and hit the head really hard. But after you hit the head, it will close and the hand will go back up. And when the hand go back up, at that point, it will have action, right? It will not stop attack or debuff you. So prepare for that too. The other thing that we have in this is change the mechanic, right? When you hit the hand enough time, it will trigger, and you can see here the attack or the debuff, but this will keep triggering no matter how many times you proc it. So it's really not recommend for you to use team that have many hit attack. But then maybe you can, if your deck is good enough, you definitely can. But that is the common thing you wouldn't want to do. And the change in the debuff for this one is change. The right hand is the same. It's gonna put contamination in your deck when it's not attacking. But for the left hand, instead of put the debuff on you, it will increase the card in your deck. Not the card, sorry, the cost of the card in your deck by 2. Depend on how many times you hit the other hand. And that is really annoying, right? So basically you just the same. You kill 2 hands as minimum hit as possible. And then hit the head. That's all. That's all for the phase 2. So that is basically the basic mechanic of this boss, right? You might have to do some min-maxing or optimization your deck around those mechanics on the fly. Another thing is that the damage amount of instinct and other card increased by 50%. So if you have these, the DPS at these 2 colors, it's gonna be easier to chunk this boss down. Increase the amount damage of exhaust card by 20%. And the score only count for your damage total, for your damage done. Healing will not give you score, shielding will not give you score. It's only for damage. Alright. And why I say that increase instinct and order by 50%, you can look at the current top player. Top 1, top 2, you see who is the main DPS. Charon. Charon is void. It doesn't get buffed at all. And his attack also is not exhaust. So most of this Grace Rift buff doesn't apply to Charon, but Charon is top 1 and top 2 in Asia server. So if you understand the game enough, you can see here, you can do whatever you want if you understand the game enough. Anyway, that's all for the information. Let me show you guys the actual gameplay, right? So we're gonna use the same deck. Hopefully nothing gonna go bad. And maybe if you're interested, I might, if I don't forget to, I will show my deck at the end of this run. And I will explain what I need to do for this too. And as you can see here, I have Selenium as E2, which is, I think, kind of bad for this one because having 2 extra homing laser mess up my starting hand quite a bit. And I don't like that. Actually, this is not a good starting card. Let me restart a little bit. So main point is Selena, right? Selena is here for her coordinate attack from high power scope and drone bombing to delete the boss as fast as possible. Tactical maneuver is nice to have to refresh Selenium combo. And for Nia is just here for card draw, nothing else. Wow. Well, that's fine. We can deal with that, I guess. If you use Selenium, just remember this hand require 4. Alright, require 4 homing laser to break. And you can see here I hit this hand 4 times, right? That's why this give me 4 contamination. That is not good. That is a misplay for my part. But we're gonna continue. And we have this back. So we're gonna just keep hitting this at least until we have 1 card left. We can hit this again. Like you can see this one, right? Commitment 5, Fury 5. This will not go away unless you kill it. So I need to have 4 left. So maybe let's kill this hand first. 2, 3, 4, reset, and another 4 to break again. Alright. Okay, we can do another one. Oh, okay, that's fine. And let's refresh this hand. Just so that we can bring it down really quickly next turn. Just need to be careful not to overshoot. Okay, this is fine. 7,000, that's fine. Alright, that is kinda bad, but we can do this. Power scope. I'm gonna discard this. Discard power scope and draw 2 more cards. We have both power scope and this one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, enough. So I can use this to remove this from my deck and kill. With this, head is open. The head part, if you use Selenium, you need 6 homing laser to break. We don't have enough. But what we can do is actually, let's see. Okay, we can do one more attack. One more attack. This doesn't break, but the homing laser after this pale shooting star will break it. And we're gonna have all the card back. And you see Selena gonna do her job, right? Coordinate attack. Okay, we're just gonna use all of this. Since we don't have any other card we can do, right? These are already in the used card pile. So that is like half HP. Good enough, I think. So we just do this rotation one more and it should be fine. Turn in, the head is closed and we back with the hand. Bad hand. Wow. And you can see here the fury and the commitment is still stay. So after this, it's gonna be 5 contamination and 5 debuff every single turn. Every single turn is gonna happen. I don't have. That's bad. Well, I can break this. Let's use this too. Hopefully I can survive. But if I die, we can just skip from phase 1 to phase 2 instantly. Remember, even if you die, you're gonna go to phase 2. You don't need to quit or anything. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4 left. Let's refresh this hand. I forgot to do this. I lost some hit rate. That's fine. Yeah, I might die. And this happened mostly because I don't have coordinate attack from Selena. Because we coordinate attack from Selena, this hand should be dead by now. But yeah, we can delete this hand first, I think. Yeah, let's focus on that. Okay. Not too bad. Well, kinda bad in terms of our HP. Alright. We at turn 7. We can skip this turn if we want, but yeah, let's do as much damage. We're gonna die anyway. I do this badly because well, no excuse, I guess. I'm just play bad this time. Alright, we skip to phase 2 as planned, question mark. Let's just say this is enough for healing the first one. Now we only have 5 turns because we failed on the first half. But for this one, let's see. We can do this, of course. This one, use this on both hands. What I want to do here is not hit anyone, so it doesn't gain any stack, so that this will not give us a debuff yet. Is that enough? Nice. And as you can see here, no fury, no card. Easy, right? If I use this turn, next turn I have level 2. Okay, that is good. So let's just heal back and just use this. Oh, go. Is that nothing? This is bad, right? Because next turn I'm gonna generate level 1 always. And when that happens, okay, this is good. It doesn't kill. Hopefully it stays that way. Let's see. Yeah, why not? It's crit, so it's kill. Now this is a bad thing about my current deck is that the heal gonna start automatically on the first, as the first card in hand. And when that, okay, I can draw, right? I can draw. So let's do that. But I can just show you guys that at the turn end, this is do not close. It will close when it takes the first hit, which is our sadly misplaced heal. So that is unfortunate. But yeah, let's get AP. Let's get damage. First, let's do this. If I do this, it's gonna go down to 2. We only have 2 here, 2 here. If I do this, it's gonna be level 2, and next turn it's gonna be level 3. That kinda not alright. Oh, actually we can. But let's take this first. If I draw 2 circles, it's gonna be good. Or I can just remove this. Let's just draw 2 circle. I delete the wrong one, right? Yeah, I delete the wrong one. But that's fine. I'm not good at play and talk at the same time. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's not enough to open the head. But if I do this, it will open, right? It will open, but it's gonna be another level 1 heal, sadly. So, well, it's gonna be our last turn anyway, so let's just buff as much as possible. Yeah, let's buff, let's buff, let's buff. Yeah, only like 40,000. So we don't have anything to do here except doing this. Let's see. 280 is fine. We can use. Yeah, 2 fighting spirit. That is good. I don't have any artifact, not artifact, archetype. Okay, we have 1. But this will give us more point, I think. Yeah, good enough. And as you can see, this is even with really bad play, right? I have no skill, that is a really bad example, but we are at what, 850,000. That should be enough to stay in diamond, I think. Sadly, I cannot show you guys my best, but even my best not even hit a million yet. I am a casual player after all. But yeah, 800,000 should be enough to stay in diamond. At top platinum, not even reach 700. Anyway, let's show you guys a deck, right? Selenium, throw homing missile with 0. By the way, 0 divine epiphany. This is easy to do now in this season. Same with Selena, 0 divine. Only 2 copy of tactical maneuver and 2 coordinate attack card. These have some divine for spirit key fog, but you don't need spirit key fog, you just need any kind of drawing mechanic for this. Alright, 1 divine for counter blade and 3 copy of fighting spirit, not even 4 copy, right? So it's not even that good. The item is nice, these help a lot, but that is all she have. Same, 0 divine epiphany, 0 refinement too. For this one. And ideally for this, you just want 1 copy of this and 3 copy of growth acceleration. I did this wrong, but as you can see, it's kind of works, so that's fine. Lastly, Tipella, again, 0 divine epiphany. Get this score without any divine epiphany is doable. It's not that hard. But again, if you really want to pursue like top 100, I would say top 100 is where, or maybe master 2, because I'm in master 4 right now. Then you might want to get a divine epiphany for your homing laser, for your quantum seed, right? These are the most important one in this team, of course. But if you don't have any divine, you see the example, it's enough to at least get to 1 diamond, and it's more than enough to get you through the weekly reward for these crystal and this currency. Alright, I think that's it's all for me today. I hope you have fun playing video game. Good luck with your gacha. If you don't have Selenium or 9 or any of the unit that in the top rank right now, I might be a bit mean, but I would say you don't need to bother to try to get to push the rank. You just do whatever you want and get at least 500,000 points to get a weekly reward. That is my recommendation for you to not get burned out and farm too much because you're lacking a key unit. Of course, Great Rift isn't the content that you can get like the top ranking without any spending or any any investment in the game, right? If you just start the game like a month ago, you not expect to get like top 100. That is to be given, right? And of course, Great Rift gonna be reset in like 2.5 weeks. So when the next banner come out, Great Rift, this one gonna be closed, the next one gonna open, and the meta gonna change again. So you can wait until then if you really want to try and push to high rank. You have so much more opportunity other than this one. This one cater toward one hitter like 9 Haru. I don't know how Kron this is because I don't see the video about this. And the first half is kind of forgiving for Selenial. So yeah, that is basically it for this Great Rift. Alright, have fun playing video game. Good luck with your gacha and have a good day, good night wherever you are. For now, see you again next time. Bye bye.